Zaner. Yo, I don't know if y'all seen that Breakfast Club interview. You know what I'm saying? First of all, how y'all doing? I hope everybody cooling right now. Hope everybody chilling. You know what I mean? Yo, I felt like I had to come on here and defend my business reputation. You know what I'm saying? Now, I saw something. Somebody sent me something where Royce and Keno, they was on the Breakfast Club. You know what I mean? And, they kind of talked about the whole situation, which, I'm kind of off that. You feel me? I'm not tripping on that. But a couple things were mentioned that made me feel like I had to come on here and just kind of like set the record straight just on a few things, you know what I mean? Because I do business, That's the way I've thrived in this game for over a couple decades, you know what I'm saying? Is by doing business and doing good business, you know what I mean? Like my business reputation is everything to me. My business reputation is everything to me, you feel me? So if somebody, specifically, I think it was Keno, that's Royce's manager, you know what I'm saying? He supposedly said that, well, he did say, he said that I brought a bad deal to the table for Slaughterhouse, you know what I mean? And that's just not true. That's not true. I brought a great deal to the table. And I just feel like I got to defend my reputation as a businessman because that's what I do out here, you know what I mean? And I feel like I don't have to defend it, but doing business is great to me. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to set that straight because what's a good deal to me? Okay, a good deal is, first of all, there has to be a demand for whatever we bring it to the table, all right? So if there's a demand in the marketplace for something that we're bringing to the table, that's a good part of the deal. All right, that's a good part. All right, boom. There's a demand. There's a demand for Slaughterhouse, obviously. And then when we sit down with everybody and every moving piece on the board, we want to make sure that anybody who's involved with the deal is eating. Anybody who's involved with the deal, we want them to win. We don't want a deal to where we getting the lion's share of everything and everybody else is not eating and they're investing or, being involved with the sweat equity or whatever you want to call it. Nah, we want to make sure that everybody involved with the deal is happy. That's what I always want to do. When I go into a deal, I want to make sure that everybody involved with the deal is happy. You know what I mean? Happy with the terms of the deal, happy with the turnout, the result, happy. Because that's what makes it, a possibility for us to continue to do more business. And for over 20 years, I've been doing business in this game. And I feel like when somebody, says that I'm bringing a bad deal to the table who hasn't even seen the deal, Keno, you didn't even see the deal. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even know the deal, my brother. So when you attack my business skills, my business acumen publicly on a platform as big as the Breakfast Club, you got to be held accountable for that. I can't allow you to just keep that narrative and put that narrative out there in the marketplace because I do great business. I do transparent business. I do the kind of business where everybody in the deal is eating. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been doing. Why you think I'm still here after all these years? Why you think I could go from Death Row Records to Shady Aftermath? Because I keep my integrity intact, period, across the board. I keep my integrity intact, period. So, I just got to sit back and I understand that was a situation that people didn't like and some feelings got hurt and shit like that. I get that. But at the same time, let's just keep everything a hundo. Let's keep everything facts driven. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a bad deal. And then, you know, you said, it was said on the show that I tried to get them to do business with somebody who they don't like to do business with. I got a surprise for y'all. My partner is so great at what he does that he was contacted for help on the allegory, which Keno, Royce's manager, he'll let you know. That's facts. So my whole thing is, if you don't want to do business with somebody that I'm bringing to the table, my partner I'm bringing to the table, but you've already contacted my partner to help you with an album release, what are we talking about here, y'all? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know y'all trying to paint y'all narrative. That's fine. I ain't got no beef with nobody. You know what I'm saying? This is not a beef situation. This is a situation where a group came together, and yo, I found out some other shit too. You know what I'm saying? I found out that niggas was trying to shuffle me back in the day when we first started this shit. I found that out too. But that'll come out later. But I got some jewels though for any young person that's trying to start a group or trying to be in a group. I got some jewels for you. You know how they always talk about the paperwork? You know how you always talk about the paperwork? Like, yo, you got to make sure the paperwork with the label is right. You got to make sure that, you know, the label not jerking you. If you getting into a rap group, I think you should have a deal between the members of the rap group. You know what I'm saying? I think you should have a deal between the members of the rap group, and that deal should specify what each rapper is expected to do. It should have obligations. It should have performance points. It should have everything in that contract. I hate to say it, even if you so-called buddy and homie and friend, if y'all really friends, then you won't be mad at having a contractual agreement between friends that keeps everybody honest. You see what I'm saying? Because if you put the contract between the group members that say, hey, if this member doesn't want to rap and doesn't want to turn in an album at this specific time after whatever, I don't care what the terms are, we can agree to the terms. Whatever the terms are, then keep everybody honest. Because it can't just be a record deal with the group. I think the group needs a deal within themselves. That's what I learned about this whole situation. So if you got a group and y'all out there, y'all got 4 or 5 members, I know y'all love each other. I know times are always good when y'all in the same energy. You know what I'm saying? But times may change. Things may change. You know what I'm saying? Things may change one day. And it might be good to have yourself covered, you know? Have a contractual agreement. Don't have to be 100 pages. It could be 1 page. It could be 2 pages. Bring in an entertainment attorney. Let them rock it out. You know what I'm saying? And say, yo, boom. I want to make sure, because there's a possibility that, you know, things go haywire and people don't do what they said they would do out of their mouths. You feel me? So I think that's a good idea. You know what I mean? But other than that, you know, it was said that there was a time when I didn't want to rap. I don't think nobody in this live believes there's a time when Crook don't want to rap. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that. Let me read some of these comments. RJTMC, your career wouldn't exist without Joe. Did y'all see what I'm saying? Like, these are the narratives that are out there. This guy just got in my comments and said my career wouldn't exist without Joe, when I was existing just fine. Before Slaughterhouse actually took some of my fan base away from me. I was doing more packed shows on a solo level before I got with Slaughterhouse, because Slaughterhouse was more lyrical, okay? So and the sound was different. I was coming from the West Coast. I was more in a corrupt lane of lyrical gangster shit. You hear me? And it was to a different sound a lot. You know what I mean? So my backyard was rocking with me stupid. All right? But when I got with Slaughterhouse, some of my fans were like, I don't really fuck with boom bap lyrical shit. I fuck with gangster lyrical shit. You see? So I noticed the decline in my fans at the show, at my solo shows. You know what I mean? After I got with Slaughterhouse, and I had to build that back up. But yeah, so to say that I wouldn't have a career without somebody, it's just crazy talk that I shouldn't even dignify with an answer. But I like talking to y'all. I'm not mad at talking to y'all and being transparent about shit. See, the problem is people aren't transparent in this game. People come with angles. They come with angles. They come, instead of just being truthful and being honest and living in their truth, they figure out an angle. They sit at the table and they say, we got to roll this project out. How can we make this shit look like we want it to look? Well, let's say this, this, and that. Instead of just being in your truth and being transparent with the people who supporting your fucking music. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, to get on the Breakfast Club, which is a big ass platform, you know what I mean, and say, A, there was a time when I didn't want to rap. B, I brought a bad deal to the table. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's putting a stain on my business reputation. And I'm doing business out here currently. There's the things that I'm involved with. I sit on the board of 2 different tech startup companies right now. You know what I'm saying? I do business all over the fucking map and all over the globe. You know what I mean? And for somebody to get up there and fuck with your reputation, put it this way. There's a guy named Djaytiger. Okay, Joe Isgro. Look him up. He's a real one. Djaytiger. We call him the old man. Look him up. Years and years ago, when he got out the feds, he started a company with one of my other partners, right? The company was successful, independent, signed some real legacy artists. I came over there to add some value. He pulled me to the side and he said, yo, Crook, I put out one of your records when you was like 17. I said, yeah, you did. You know what I'm saying? It was on Mercury Records. And he's like, yeah. He said, let me tell you something. You have an impeccable relationship in this business, and you have impeccable relationships, and you have an impeccable reputation in this business. That's what he told me. All right? And it meant a lot coming from him. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try my best to keep it that way. I've been trying my best to keep it that way since I was a snot nose in this game, to keep a great business reputation. That's the reason why I can go from Death Row to Shady Aftermath. That was the reason why I could achieve that. That's the whole reason why I could achieve that from the beginning, because I stay myself. I stay myself. I don't let opportunities, money, and environments change who I am. I just always be me. So when you come through and you go on a big platform like the Breakfast Club and you say, you know, Crooked brought a bad deal to the table with somebody that we don't want to work with, and this somebody is somebody who you just work with and continue to reach out to work with, that's not facts. That's not keeping it 100. And to say that I've got to do bad business is just crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I don't bring bad deals to the table. I bring great deals to the table. You feel me? So that's why I'm here. I just want to make sure that I straighten that out, you know what I'm saying, and defend my business reputation, my business acumen. And I felt a hint of, you know, people being a little condescending because, you know, in the grand scheme of things, guys, I don't come from where they come from. They don't come from where I come from. You know what I'm saying? in the grand scheme of things, I come from the bottom, okay? I come from the bottom, all right? And sometimes people like me who look like me and come from where I come from, others who had a better life, so to speak, will talk down on them like as if they don't know what they're doing in the business space. And I'm here to tell you, I do great deals. I stand on that. I don't do bad deals. I have a great business reputation. I stand on that. I got great relationships in this industry that nobody can put a stain on. You're not going to go onto the Breakfast Club and make anybody not fuck with Crook, because I got great reputation. I got great relationships, and I keep it 100 every single time. So that's a fail. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy though, because you gotta take up for yourself out here in these business streets. Because if you just allow people to control your narrative, you allow people to control your narrative. You know what I'm saying? People start whispering in rooms and thinking that he might do bad business. Nah, don't try to put that narrative on me. Don't put that on me. Check your own self. I look at my intentions before I do a business deal. What are my intentions? First and foremost. Okay? And if my intentions are to make sure that everybody is eating good and everybody is happy, then I can move forward with that business deal. Period. First thing I check is my intentions. If I have some bad intentions or some ego-driven intentions, I'm not even doing this shit. You feel me? I'm not doing it if I got bad intentions. If I got bad intentions, or if I got some kind of ego-driven intentions where I want to get the main part of the bag, or it's really a bad deal, but I just want to make sure that I'm in control on some power tripping shit. I'm never doing no deals like that. I'm never doing that. That's not because that's not me being aligned with the best version of myself. See what I'm saying? That's not me being aligned with the best version of myself. I'm out of alignment at that point. Feel me? So, like I said, I don't gotta say it. I don't gotta come on here and defend myself, but I'm doing it because, one, I love it. I love doing business, and I love doing good business, and I love my business partners, and I love the fact that me and Joel is rocking still, and I love hip hop, and I love the culture. So let's do it. Curb Buck said, post the deal. You want me to post the deal? Damn, post the deal. This is crazy, bro. We in a motherfucking era where people will say post the deal. That's crazy. We live in an era where they're like, nigga, pull out the contract paperwork and show me. That's some crazy shit. I see Nino Bless. What up, D3? I see the RCs in here, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy to me, because you got to understand, I started getting into the contract paperwork on the east side of Long Beach on Atlantic and Hill. Okay? My homeboy, who was an older homie, he went to USC Law School. You feel me? And he used to come back to the east side, and he would really put us up on game as teenagers on contracts, because he knew that it was our dream to rap and get into business, and he didn't want us to get screwed. So I knew all about statutory mechanical royalty rates at 17 and 18, So I've been doing it a long time. You feel me? And I know contracts, and I'm not just out here starving to the point where I'm gonna do. Even when I starved, homie, I just tightened my belt buckle and kept it G. I kept the integrity. Even when I was starving. So that ain't gonna cause me to do nothing. You know what I mean? The devil can't even play with me on that level. You feel me? Willie Mammoth, what's up, Eastsider? You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. This is just what it is, though. You know, I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. I'm just saying I don't do bad deals, and I don't care how much money nobody got. Money don't make you correct about everything. Money don't make you right about everything. Money don't make you the realest guy. Money don't save you from being a lame. Like, there's a lot of things that money does not do, you know? So we can't look at someone and say they have this much money, so blah, blah, blah. It's like, nah, man, that's not the metrics. The metrics is, you know, how many people do you still have in your circle that you've been doing business with, in your circle, in your network for the last 20 years? I got almost everybody except the people that I had to sever ties with. It was just that time. That's it. That's the metrics. The metrics is, can you call somebody that you've been knowing for 20-something years in the game if you ever needed a favor and get it? Yeah, because my credit is outstanding. I have outstanding credit in this game because I keep it real and solid, and I bring great opportunities to the table, and I add value wherever I go because that's my intention. My intention is to add value. You see what I'm saying? I'm intentional about that. So try. You know, y'all could try. And I'm surprised at the brother Kino. You know what I mean? But then again, you know, they out there promoting the greatest hits album, so they gotta, you know, talk they talk. But I'm pretty surprised that, you know, they gonna keep that narrative going. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised. That's crazy, bro. Post the deal. You funny, bro. Post the deal. Yeah, Diz, man. We going up in December. You know what I'm saying? We going up in December. We gonna have more information on that, but y'all gotta be a little patient with me. There's a lot going on for me this year. Thank God. I'm very grateful. I'm in the spirit of gratitude all the time. And, you know, you're going to be hearing some great things. Man, there's just a lot going on. This year is far from over. It's a lot going on. And, you know, we're going to make the announcements as we supposed to, you know what I mean? But, yeah, it is what it is. Post the deal. That's the new hashtag. Nino Bless. What's good? What you talk about, B-Love? Talk to me, B-Love. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me. I don't give bad deals. I don't bring bad deals to the table. You can't get on a radio platform of that magnitude, B-Love. And I don't know what your comment was about, my brother, but you can't go. You can. Anybody in this world can. They can go on the Breakfast Club and say that Crooked is a bad businessman. You could do that all you want to. But don't expect me not to come out and defend my business reputation. You feel me? Like, don't expect me not to come out and defend my reputation. What I'm supposed to do? It's not even about no beef or nothing like that. I don't do bad business. I just don't. So talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I'll bring you in right now into the room, B-Love. You was there when Slaughterhouse started. You was there when Slaughterhouse started. I'll bring you in the room right now. Talk to me. Listen, dude, I don't run away from no conversations that I know that I'm living in my truth. Young 3, what's happening, man? What's up? It's the real salute. Yeah, I'm living in my truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm open to having that conversation with anybody who thinks that I brought a bad deal to the table. I'm open to have that conversation. But what I'm not going to do is, in a business where people are looking at, your resume, your public resume, and damn near, it's almost like a credit card, your social credit, you know what I'm saying, and your public and your business credit. I can't allow people to throw dirt on my name when it comes to business. I'm just saying, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't allow them to just do that. Now, let me say this. More power to them. Go get that Royce greatest hits, whatever it is. Like, that's another thing. I was aware of the greatest hits album. 2 months before it came out, because one of my business partners, I ain't gonna even go there. But all I'm gonna say is, if I had any bad intentions, there's all kind of wicked shit I could do. You know what I'm saying? But I would never do that. I don't have bad intentions. Go ahead. I want to see you win. Put your records out. Feed your family like you've been doing. And, that's cool. But anytime y'all mention my name, if it's something I disagree with, just look forward to me coming out and setting the record straight from my perspective, period. Especially when they say I don't want to rap. I want to talk about that. They got up there at the Breakfast Club and said there was a time when Crook didn't want to rap. Wow. Let's really talk about that. Because when I look back, I'm on every project that ever came out in the Slaughterhouse universe. Damn near. So that was really interesting too. But who knows? Maybe I got drunk and said, fuck y'all, I don't want to rap with y'all niggas. Yo, 6.5 years sober, by the way. 6.5 years sober. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though. Somebody say, I don't want to rap. Can you believe that, Nino Bless? Maria. Talk to him, Maria. Can you believe that? Crook don't want to rap. That's all I've been trying to do the whole fucking time. That's all I've been trying to do the whole fucking time is rap. That's it. When I flew to Detroit and nobody else came, it was just me and Royce in the studio, and I didn't go home. And just because the other guys didn't come like they said they was gonna come, I didn't even go home. I just stayed there. And guess what I did? I rapped. That's what I did. I rapped. Me and Royce got 10, 12 songs in there, just me and him, because we rapped. So when did I not want to rap? When did I not want to rap? My motto is rap about it. That's my motto. Rap about it. Everybody know I rap. Everybody, they crazy, man. They crazy. That's crazy. That's funny. Hey, man. Hells, what's happening, Hells? Yeah. When you look up rap in the dictionary, they show my face. That's all I do. Even when I'm doing 50 other jobs. So, but I'm not mad at that. Like, I don't, listen, y'all, to be honest with y'all, I just want y'all to know, I don't have no anger issues. I don't have no hate in my heart. You know what I'm saying? I was just caught. I was just a little surprised, especially by Royce's manager Keno, the brother Keno, man, because that's not right, man. You know what I'm saying? To try to paint me as this bad businessman, that just ain't right. Period. That just ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good businessman. I'm a fair businessman. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to eat. I've been trying that since we formed that group over there, but I've been doing it before that. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it before that. And I'm here to protect my business reputation by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're willing to get on a platform like the Breakfast Club and ring that alarm, then what are you doing in these distribution meetings? What are you doing on phone calls with label execs? I mean, I don't know. Are you trying to sully my name in those spaces? You know, I got to set the record straight from the horse's mouth. It was a great deal. It was a great deal. And it was only a one-off, one album. It wasn't no 360 deal for 10 albums. You know what I'm saying? That's how they acting. They act like nigga brought a 360 deal for 10, 15 albums. It was a one album deal that didn't even touch a merch situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? The merch, they didn't ask for a piece of the merch. They didn't ask for a piece of the concert money. They didn't ask for a piece of our image and likeness wherever it's blasted at. They didn't ask for none of that. None. You know what I'm saying? They didn't ask for none of that. It was a good deal. Well, let me talk to this guy right here. This guy right here, name is Kills Plenty, right? He says, deciding to destroy the brand of Slaughterhouse that could have had I don't know, you just moving fast, overarching business. What did it say? Non-musical, something. Listen. Y'all, they moving. Listen, brother. Slaughterhouse was already dead. Y'all just didn't know it. It was already dead. Whenever a group member, not myself, reaches out to another group member and doesn't get a return phone call in 3 months, it's not a group anymore. Whenever somebody a brand says, hey, we're going to not drop another official album for another 10 years, and every time it's brought up, nothing ever happens, it's not a group anymore. Anytime people can't even get in contact with each other, it's not a group anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's so funny to me for them to pretend as if there was ever going to be any new Slaughterhouse music. We tried that for a decade. It never worked. It never happened. I don't know what else to say. It's not a group. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to tell you some straight up facts, my brother. If me and you in a group and you text me, and this is not even me, I ain't naming no names, and you text me and I don't get back to you for 3 months, are we still a group? That's crazy. That's crazy. It just wasn't a group, bro. It was already over. You hear me? And I want y'all to understand that. It was already over. Before the rise and fall of Slaughterhouse, that shit was already over. And you know what? It started becoming over after the song. One of those songs, somebody asked me about the songs on Twitter the other day, and I said I didn't like the backstory. It wasn't Truth or Truth. It was the other song. I can't remember it. Kxng is singing the hook on there. But that was so many years ago. That was the beginning of the end. That was the beginning of the end for the group then. And that was years ago. That was years ago. But I was so blinded by loyalty and friendship that I wasn't peeping the game. See what I'm saying? So it been over. And I'm only speaking on it because somebody just accused me of destroying a group that was already destroyed. But it's all good though. Nah, it wasn't move on. It wasn't goodbye. It wasn't move on. It was what was the name of that fucking song? Maria. You remember that song? You hit me about it on Twitter. Oh, it's called Gone. Yes. It's called Gone. It's called Gone. That was the beginning of the end of Slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? So, you know how it go. What's happening, Tory June? What's up, Earthquake COB? Yeah, but that was the beginning of the end of the group. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't peeping it at the time. And these are jewels, man. Listen, dog. Let me just be honest with y'all, okay? When I went to Death Row Records in the end of 1999, Pac had his untimely demise already. Dr. Dre had left the label. Snoop was gone. But a lot of people who were still there, knew these guys and worked with these guys that I just named. And I sat back and I listened to all the stories about how Pac was. I met Pac for sure, but I wasn't working closely with Tupac ever. I listened to the stories about Snoop, about them. I knew Snoop since I was a kid, but I listened to how they got down as artists, and I learned from that. You hear me? I learned from that. Like, Pac's work ethic over there was crazy, incredible. So I wasn't going to come in as the new guy and drop the ball. You feel me? I was going to make sure that my work ethic was crazy and incredible too. I learned that from Tupac's experience at Death Row. I learned different things from Snoop. I learned different things from Dre and all that, right? So I say all that to say this. Learn from this experience. If you are an artist out there and you're in a group or anything, learn from this experience, because I was so blinded by loyalty and friendship that when things were falling apart, I didn't even recognize it. I didn't even see it. You know what I mean? I didn't see it. I didn't allow myself to see it. So be aware and be in the moment in your rap groups, in your R&B, whatever you're doing, man. Your businesses with your partners. Just be in the moment and be aware of what's going on around you and use communication when you have questions. Our downfall was, I say rap about it, and that's true. I love to rap. But sometimes you got to talk about it. Sometimes you got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So instead of making raps about what's going on inside the group and never coming to the table and talk, we got to talk about it, all of us. And I feel like you guys, any upcoming artists that's watching this, because I see a lot of y'all, I see y'all posting y'all music links and all that, and I wish y'all the best. If you're watching it, you know what I'm saying, just really understand that. Try to learn from this. Try to learn from this. Communication is key. Don't let blind loyalty get you in some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you never get your time back. I didn't have gray hairs when I started in Slaughterhouse. You feel me? I'm never getting that time back. It's over. And that's the most valuable commodity that I have, that we have. It's never coming back. You understand me? So don't waste a lot of your time. No? Don't allow people to waste your time. I'm never getting that time back. You know what I'm saying? And it was some good times too, though. It's all good. It was some good times too. You feel me? But you know. But it really, yeah, intentions matter, Abel. And that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? Intentions matter. And I make sure that I check my intentions. That's what I just do in life. I check my intentions, period. What are my intentions? You feel me? So, yeah, don't waste a lot of time. You feel me? Don't waste a lot of time. Come out, do your thing, and stay aware. And if you can't just stay aware because you in creative mode all the time, have somebody that you trust next to you peeping the situation, so they could pull your coattail and say, hey, yo, here's how I feel about this and what's going on. You know what I mean? That'll be a real jewel for y'all. You know what I mean? Because you gotta learn and adapt. That's the only way you're gonna survive the game, is if you learn and you adapt. You know what I'm saying? Will we ever speak again? I'm not certain, because what happens when there's a fallout, they feel like I started this fallout. I feel like their refusal to rap and communicate started this fallout. So whenever there's a fallout, other things start coming to the light. You feel me? Other things start coming to the light. Whenever there's a fallout, other things start coming to the light. So now that these other things are popping up, things that people are saying to me, well, now that you're not over there, I can tell you this about that. They're enlightening me on things that were happening in the past where people were doing some I'm not going to say shady business, because y'all going to take that like I'm talking about shady, but it was shady business. So even though I could get over that and move on, even though I can get over that and move on, I just want to know what is there to talk about. You know what I'm saying? What is there to talk about? You feel me? Like, what is there to talk about? Are we going to talk about facts and truth? Or are we going to allow ourselves to have an ego-driven conversation where we point the fingers around the room and nothing gets achieved? Now, I already talked to Joe. You know what I'm saying? You know, I told Joe what I wanted to tell him. I got my bars off. You feel me? But everything that I say, I stand on it. You know what I mean? Because that's just how I was raised. I was raised to stand on it. Like, I come from a place where you couldn't be capping like that. You know how many fades you'll have to catch if all you doing is capping all day? Where I come from, you couldn't. So, you know, I just wasn't raised. I don't know. That's why sometimes I felt like I didn't fit in this industry. You know? That's why sometimes I felt like I didn't fit in this industry, because it's a lot of capping. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff that don't sit well with my spirit. You feel me? But hey, I did it anyway because it was too many of y'all saying, hey man, we like your shit. So I was like, all right, dope. That's beautiful. So who knows? Who knows if we will? And if we do, my intentions are not hatred. My intentions are not, I don't have no malice in my intentions. If I ever talk to any of them, I don't got malice in my intentions. You know what I'm saying? That don't get you nowhere. So a convo with Joe on the pull-up. We already had a convo with Joe on the pull-up. Let's talk about the pants, dog. Somebody said, let's talk about the pants. Yo, I don't know what pants he was talking about, but my friend is a designer. And on that video, I wore some pants that my friend designed because I like to support my friends. So I didn't think nothing was wrong with him. But if he had a problem with him, what can I do? Nino, man, the pull-up got canceled, bro. It was some real shit being said. You know how it go. You say some real shit that people wasn't expecting to come out your mouth. Shit might not come out, which is his choice. I ain't tripping, man. That shit is old. That shit is old, my brother. Did we own the masters in that deal? Of course. All this ownership of masters. Listen, man. We've been on that page since Master P and No Limit, bro. We've been on that page since Suge Knight sat me down before and said, hey, you got to own your masters. Why would I do a deal where you don't own your masters? You know what I'm saying? Why would I do a deal? And the crazy part is I got integrity, right? Because I didn't, Nino, I'm talking to Nino Bless. You know, that pull-up episode, my brother Dice, I had a feeling that there was a possibility for some shiftiness or for it not coming out. I'm going to take that word back out of the universe. I'm going to check myself on that. I'm going to scoop that right back out the universe. I'm not going to say shiftiness. I had a thought that there was a possibility that after I say what I have to say, this episode will never air. So I had my brother Dice record the whole thing on his phone. I got the whole episode. You feel me? All these years, I never put it out because Joe never put it out. If he didn't want it out, I still had a piece of loyalty to him. If you didn't want it out there, I'm not going to put it out there. You see how that shit work? I'm not petty. I'm not petty. But I got the whole thing. I put a little clip out just to show people I have the whole thing. I have it. I could have put it out a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I think in 5 moves ahead, y'all. I have to. I'm from the gutter. I wasn't supposed to get this far. In a lot of people's eyes. I was supposed to be dead, or I was supposed to be in jail, or I was supposed to be working a job that I hate. I wasn't supposed to get this far with my art. I wasn't supposed to get this far in society. So I got to think 5, 6 moves ahead sometimes. You feel me? So I already knew that after I say what I'm going to say, this might not never come out. So I better have a safety. And I had a safety. You know what I'm saying? that's just it. 80 Empire in here, Southpaw in here, you know. But like I said, you didn't never hear me one time say, fuck them dudes. You ain't never hear me one time say none of that type of shit. You know what I mean? You're just not going to hear it because that wasn't inside my intentions. But every now and then, you got to really let people know. I've been rapping about my whole life. For my whole life. You hear me? I've been rapping about my whole life for my whole life. It was okay when I rapped about being a poor child growing up below the poverty line and expressing that and exposing that part of my life. It was all right for me to tell everybody that I didn't have a great relationship with my father. You know what I'm saying? That was fine. It was all right for me to tell people I was involved with street shit in my life. All that was cool. But when I decided to talk about what went on with a rap group, that was it. That was the straw that broke the camel back. You can't do that. You can't do that with all what you doing. Huh? I've been rapping about my whole life. Why come I can't do that? You know what I'm saying? As long as I do it in a respectful way, I feel like I could sleep like a baby at night, you know? As long as I do it in a respectful way. You feel me? As long as I keep some class. You hear me? Your boy Wally, what's happening? DT, man, you was at one of our first Slaughterhouse shows ever, DT. One of them. You was there. You know how I rock. You know exactly how I rock. First to get off the tour bus and holler at the people. Last to get on the tour bus. That's how I am. That's how I'm always be. You hear me? So that's just what it is. And I'm real transparent. I see tweets about diss records to Joe. I don't have one diss record in the cut for Joe Budden. People say I got diss records in the vault. Why would I have a diss record in the vault for Joe Budden? I don't. I don't have a diss record in the vault for Joe Budden. So everybody can, I don't know where that rumor coming from. I've never played a diss record in the studio for Joe and somebody went and said, hey, I just heard Crook going crazy on Joe. It doesn't exist. I don't have a diss record for Joe because if I'm going to go inside the booth and talk about something, I'm going to put it out. I'm not going to just sit on it. And I'm going to be in that moment. So, you know, there is no diss record for Joe. There's no diss record for Royce. There's none. I got diss records for Joe. Royce said that? I got to see that clip, Nino. I don't got diss records for Joe. Got no diss records for Joe. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go waste I do think 5 moves ahead, but I ain't going to waste my energy on that. That's low vibrations. You know? That's low vibrations. Liquid E, what's happening? He said I got diss records for Joe on the Breakfast Club. See, now I got more stuff to defend myself about. I don't got no diss records for Joe Budden. I haven't thought of anything that rhymes with Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no diss records for Joe Budden. That's crazy, bro. Bro said that I got what? Wow. If I had diss records for Joe, they would have been flew. Scribe, what's happening? They would have been flew if I had those. I don't got that. Why the fuck would I ain't got that, bro? I ain't got no diss records for Joe. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That ain't gonna bring him out of retirement. Nothing ain't gonna bring him out of retirement. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Royce also said there was a time when you didn't want to rap with Slaughterhouse. I don't remember that time. Because I rapped on everything. Every time they sent me something, I rapped on it. How y'all think I got on I Will? How do y'all think I got on I Will? Think about that. That verse was 5 years old when it came out. You know why? Hassami, what's happening? You know why? Because M called us to the lab and pulled up a beat and was like, man, y'all, I think y'all will sound ill on here. And I rapped on it. And the only reason why Joe isn't on there, because I guess he wasn't feeling the beat. He could have been on that record too. We was all in Detroit. Yeah, so you know, I rap all the time. I'm the man who made up rapping free every week. Glass House? Man, y'all don't want to hear Glass House. Glass House is gonna sound dated if it ever do come out. It's gonna sound dated. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna sound dated. I know some fans, core fans, just want to hear it, but yeah, Don Blanco, you know the vibes. Do I think Joe is ill? Man, listen. When Joe was doing mood musics, I felt like Joe had some of the realest shit out. And when I say the realest shit, not speaking for society, not speaking on the struggles of being, you know, all the struggles that go on in society, whether that be poverty, no education, poor education, all the political things that some conscious rappers rap about that's real. That's not why I said that he was making some of the realest shit. I was saying that he was making some of the realest shit because he was taking his emotions and putting them into poetry in a real dope way. You feel me? He was taking his emotions and the things that he was experiencing in his life and putting it in song form and then putting it in poetry in a way that we could feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, Mood Music Joe is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He's a motherfucker. He's dope. You know what I mean? So, Robin X, what's happening? Yeah, DT, introspective. He's very good at that. I mean, so why would I get on here and not keep that 100? You feel me? I'm gonna always keep it 100 as possible. The only things I won't speak on is shit that's gonna make people look crazy. Krishna, what's up, man? What's popping? Yeah, I'm going to keep it 100 regardless, just like you saying, Ace. You know what I'm saying? And the only things that I won't reveal them because it could be harmful. It could be very harmful to people. And that's not my intention. Pride, what's happening? Krishna up in here, man. Yeah. Me and Joel, man, we got a great piece of art we about to deliver to y'all, man. For sure. Yes. Ouija boy, yes. Intentions are more than people don't understand the importance of intentions sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, offshore, shout out to offshore. Yeah, that's real. People need to really check their intention. I do self-inventory all the time in all walks of life. I just want to make sure that I'm staying in line with who I am, because a lot of people on social media, they post all these jewels, but they don't live by them. If they were the people who they pretended to be on social media, the world would be a better place. You feel me? Do I see M responding to game? I haven't. I got it. I haven't heard the game song. I don't know what he's saying on there. But yeah. What I thought about, you know what I'm saying? I set the record straight. I didn't bring a bad deal to the table. I was always ready to rap. I make sure that when I do deals that everybody is eating. I'm trying to help people feed their families. If I bring something to the table, it's only to help feed families and to put out art. And I stand on that. And I stand on that. I'm gonna bring Joel out to play. Luke, what's popping? What's popping? I'm gonna bring Joel out to play. He gonna be on these lives. He gonna be everywhere. Cause when he say something, his whole weight, cause he don't just use them all the time. I see you, Expression, Woody, Lion Smith. I'll bring him out to play. Don, we coming to Discord. If y'all not on my Discord, man, Crooks Corner Discord. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna definitely have a listening party on that Discord. You know what I mean? It's Jedi season, yeah. It's Jedi season. Everybody be cool. Come holler at me on Twitter. You know what I mean? The disaster is in December, y'all. So I know that's a little time away, but because I got a bunch of shit that's happening before then, all right? Come holler at me, though. Peace and love, you know what I mean? And light. Y'all stay healthy out there. It's going crazy out here in the world. Diz, what up? You did it. We reincarnated the weeklies, and you murdered everything you touched. And in my opinion, my brother Diz is the artist and producer that everybody in Detroit that's in the industry, that's who they need to get behind, because his talent is crazy. You hear me? His talent is crazy. I'm out.